Now don't worry, it's not going to be a big knock on your geek cred if you don't know exactly what a SIM card is and what it does. A SIM card, or a subscriber identity module, is a small removable card that is inserted into the back of a mobile device. The main function of the SIM card is to recognize you as your carrier's subscriber and gives you access to the carrier's network. All carriers require a SIM card. But what if your phone could have 2 SIM cards? Alright, so now that I have your interest piqued, why oh why would you want a phone with dual SIM card support? Well, number one reason is that you could have one SIM card for data and another SIM card for voice and text, allowing you to take advantage of the best plan possible. There's also a second reason. So as an Android geek, I was pretty proud of the fact that I got a great plan from my carrier where I could use almost as much data, voice, and text that I want without incurring unreasonable charges. Until I flew to San Francisco, I called my wife as soon as I landed, spoke to her for 30 seconds just to tell her I was safe, and boom, I got walloped with a beast of a bill just for that 30-second call. Now, if I'd had a dual SIM card supported phone, I could have had one SIM card for my carrier's data plan and another SIM card for an international data plan that took advantages of better roaming deals. That's why you want a dual SIM card supported phone. One of the other great features of having a dual SIM card supported phone is that you can have 2 phone numbers for one phone. Now, along this same vein, one of the phones you want to consider is the Moto G. But not just any Moto G. More specifically, I'm referring to the Moto G XT1033 dual SIM card supported phone. Now, the Moto G is one heck of a phone. Released back in January of 2014, the Moto G made quite a buzz since its release. Why? Because it packs unbelievable solid specs considering its small price tag. Boasting a quad-core Snapdragon processor and 4.5-inch display, this phone provides a fast and fluid Android experience that is extremely impressive at any price point, but absolutely astounding when you consider the Moto G's aggressive price tag. We were able to review the non-dual SIM card version of the Moto G, and we gave it our thumbs up. The dual SIM version of the Moto G was released in May 2014. Now, I can read the comments already. Remember, we are talking about a specific model, the XT1033 dual SIM card supported Moto G. Now, next up on this list is the HTC Desire 816 dual SIM unlocked. The HTC Desire 816 is the HTC's entry into the mid-range market. It's a phone that packs a lot of high-end specs into a mid-range price. The 816 is a photo lover's dream with its 13-megapixel camera and a 5-megapixel front-facing camera. Selfies, anyone? The phone is big, measuring at 5.5 inches. We're nearing tablet territory with this one. Now, we all know that Samsung loves to give us lots and lots of options, and they did so with the Samsung Galaxy S5. Now, we're specifically talking about the Samsung Galaxy S5 SMG900FD dual SIM card supported phone. Now, the S5 supports a 5.1-inch Super AMOLED capacitive multi-touch screen with protective Corning Gorilla Glass 3. It comes loaded with Android 4.4.2, but will likely get Lollipop very soon, with a quad-core 2.5 GHz Crate 400 processor chipset with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 801, Adreno 330 graphics. It has 16-megapixel camera and comes with 16 gigabytes of internal memory with the possibility to expand to 128 gigabytes via the micro SD card slot. Now, Samsung also offers an option for those of you who want something a little bit smaller. The Samsung Galaxy S5 Mini Duos is a mid-range variant of the full-featured Samsung Galaxy S5. It brings a decent set of specs with a wallet-friendly price range. The phone's design and build are identical to its bigger siblings, including the perforated soft-touch back cover and the IP67 certification for dust and waterproofing. Small and lightweight, the Samsung Galaxy S5 Mini is a very portable phone featuring a 4.5-inch 720p high-definition Super AMOLED display, a 1.4 GHz quad-core processor, 1.5 gigabytes of RAM, 16 gigabytes of internal storage, and a slot for a micro SD card slot to expand the memory up to 64 gigabytes. Now, HTC has also got into the dual SIM game with the HTC One E8. The 5-inch HTC One E8 dual SIM version has a Qualcomm 801 2.5 GHz quad-core CPU, loaded with 2 GB of RAM, a 13 megapixel camera, and a 2600 mAh battery. Now, if you're a lover of Sony's sleek design, Sony came out with the Sony Xperia M2 dual SIM. The Sony Xperia M2 dual SIM card Android phone was released in May of 2014 and is likely to be one of the more popular dual SIM Android phones. The Xperia M2 is an upgrade from last year's Xperia M. The 4.8-inch phone comes loaded with a powerful 1.2 GHz Snapdragon 400 quad-core processor, giving you enough power to take the phone to most limits. The phone also features a generous-sized 8-megapixel camera that will allow you to take beautiful shots. Thanks for watching, Android Army. My name is Jayce. I'd love to connect with you right here on Google Plus or Twitter. I read all my app replies and comments, and I respond to as many as I can. You don't want to forget about my brothers in Android, Josh, Joe, and the Tech Ninja Kevin, Lon, and Chris, Gary, and Ash, all working real hard to deliver the best Android content on the web. Please have a great, safe, happy holidays, and Happy New Year. I shall see you next week on Android Q&A.